third in, looking Daryl McClellan's right has eased out. They've arrived at the start. From there, Secret Land into 8.20, and Wild Sling has got out just a little, and there's one more over the page, which is Epona Star, the first of the Red Ransom breed, out of the former quality Masque mare called Millie. So shortly they will be called forward. Putting them in market order, that's the way the latest in betting looks. Let's return to the track. Time-honoured race, the Widden Stakes. Good afternoon again to Ian Craig.
Yes, thank you, Brendan. Afternoon to you. Hello again, everybody. And we were just commenting on last year's winner, Riona. And we haven't heard of Riona in recent times. This year, let's have a look at the very latest information for you on track. And Hasna has beaten off Wild Sling for popularity. Hasna about a half point shorter than Wild Sling on course. And the third elect is number 12, and that is Secret Land, followed by number 7, and that is Jewel Peak. On the tote in New South Wales, $3.50 Hasna and Wild Sling, who's by General Nadeem at $4.30. Now they're starting to move forward here at the 1,000 metres. Chatelaine, who's a strong chance in the second race today, ran second in this race 12 months ago. Now let's have a look at them coming up. Wild Sling, Glenn Boss riding for Darren Smith at Newcastle. Won a trial by a big margin at Wyong. Country Style, trained by Bart Cummings. Stablemates here from the Bede Murray establishment. Epona Star, rider with a red cap to distinguish from Sister Declan, whose rider has a purple cap. Navajo Princess still away, so too Secret Land, Danish Magic, Bella Carouse. Jewel Peak in the Wally Truscott colours is yet to move in. Hasna's drawn the rails. Nicely educated filly, judging by her trial wins at Canterbury under here. She's raced by the Altamonte family and the Severino families. I don't know whether this would be one of the few horses that Gay has trained for the Altamontes. Might be the first anyway. Navajo Princess, Bella Carouse and Danish Magic look to be the three fillies away from the line. A lot of interest here in Wild Sling per medium of the sire, General Nadeem. Wasn't he a great horse? Hasna's by Snippets. Now here's the starter walking down towards his stand as Bella Carouse will be the last to move up. First of 8 here on Metropolitan Day, a fine mild afternoon in Sydney. Track good. Secret Land playing up a little in the stalls. Crowd will be nowhere here today as it was on Saturday, but early on it's not too bad. Now Secret Land seems to steady and settle better, and the starters on the stand, ready for the Widden Stakes. Racing this time. Hasna didn't jump all that quickly. Bella Carouse, Navajo Princess got out well, and so did Jewel Peak and Wild Sling. Hasna's going fast now, followed by Secret Land, Suntegic, and then comes Epona Star. Looking, getting back, and so too now is Navajo Princess after a good jump from Sister Declan. And then Nanduti Grace and Country Style is last. 600 out on the Widden. Hasna races to the lead from Wild Sling. A length third, Danish Magic, and then Jewel Peak. A length the Secret Land, Epona Star, and then a break of a half length, Bella Carouse, to Navajo Princess, and wider is Nanduti Grace. Around the corner, up the rise they come, and Hasna given full rein. A length Danish Magic, a length to Secret Land, who's coming home well now, and the Waterhouse fillies race clear with Secret Land doing better than Hasna, and then Danish Magic followed by Bella Carouse. Hasna's fighting back, Secret Land's ahead in front of her. Hasna won't give in, but Secret Land's got a measure clear of Danish Magic, and Secret Land comes away on the line to beat Hasna. Third Danish Magic followed by Jewel Peak and Bella Carouse. Nanduti Grace, Navajo Princess, Epona Star looking was next. Good margin off then to Sister Declan, followed by Country Style, then Suntegic, and Wild Sling was stone motherless. Well, that run under her belt has certainly done wonders for Secret Land. She got into some bother here in the Jim Crack Stakes, and she was hampered in the home straight by an erratic filly. But today things went her way, and there's no doubting that she's certainly above average. Number 12 is the winner, and that is Secret Land, written by Chris Muntz for Gay Waterhouse, and Gay has Quinella the event. No surprise. Number 12 is first, and that is Secret Land, ridden by Seamonths, by Secret Savings from Pocatira, raced by Mrs. Valsmith, Gay herself, and S&R Fisman, and has scored comfortably on the line from number 6, Hasna, who's by Snippets from They Say, Gay Waterhouse, Len Beasley. Number 5, Danish Magic third by Dane Wynn from Belle Desire, Ross Simpson, Terry Jones. And number 7, Jewel Peak, was the official fourth. 12, 6, 5 and 7. The official totes read this way. Number 12, 6.10 and $2.20. Number 6 paid $1.70. Number 5 paid $3.80. The Quinella, $9.40. Exacta, $22.60. The trifecta, $282.10, and the first 4 on 12, 6, 5 and 7, $1,429.90. The margins are 3/4 of a length and a quarter. The time was 58.92, and the 600 sectionally, the last 600 took 35.19. So 12, 6, 5 and 7. Jewel Peak, the fourth filly, ran a fair race, but the Waterhouse reps were certainly to the fore there. And is this going to be the start of another huge day for Gay Waterhouse? It could well be. More shortly from Royal Randwick.
Okay, Ian, thanking you. I think many punters thought that filly would do just that in the Gimcrack Stakes, but after blowing the start and running into traffic, she was inconvenienced as they head out Eagle Farm. Race number 1 on...
Miss Mary in the inside. Now It's You comes up into gate 5. Saddler's Silk is the next to move in. Has Scotty Seamer on board. We need 3 to move in and we'll have them right to go then. Parento, Bold Cherie and the favourite Dual Spark. She's very, very fast, Dual Spark. I think she'll find the lead pretty easily if Stephen Arnold wants to do that. Now going in is Parento. So Dual Spark, Bold Cherie, the last 2 to get set. Track in good order, upgraded at 11.45 this morning. Rail in the 15-metre position and 4.5 for the penetrometer reading. Inside 4.47, the outside 4.42. So Bold Cherie coming up to complete the lineup now. First event over 1,000 metres. They're all in. They're set to go. Light flashes. Race 1. Dual Spark 1 from the outside. Racing now, and she began very fast at Dual Spark, and Bold Cherie got away well. Parento jumped out fast, and Saddler's Silk eases in behind the Mooley. David Anoche coming across with Tucci just on its inside. Miss Marion in the yellow colours is racing the widest, going up towards the leading horses. Vegas Show is drifting back through the field as they go to the 600-metre mark now, and they're across the track with Parento in the middle with a slender lead. Dual Spark closer to this rail is on her outside, and Bold Cherie on the fence. David Anoche is right up there with them, and they're followed by Miss Marion, who isn't far away. Vegas Show eases over her heels to start a run, and with Tucci trying to work clear, and they were followed by It's You, who's well back with Saddler's Silk. Coming towards the 200-metre mark, Miss Marion running a big race over on the outside, and Dual Spark. They're the 2 leaders, clear to Bold Cherie and Saddler's Silk. Dual Spark on the rail and Miss Marion on the far side. Miss Marion has the head in front. This is a big win. Miss Marion has won it from Dual Spark by a half length. Bold Cherie 3 lengths away third, and then came Saddler's Silk, It's You, Parento, followed by Vegas Show, and Watuzi, and David Anoche has dropped out to finish last of all. First starter, Miss Marion, to pay 17.20 and 3.40. She drew gate 1. She never got near the rails. She was up with the leading horses all the way and engaged in a fight with the favourite Dual Spark. She's been too good on the post. Big win. Had nothing in her favour the way things panned out, but she's got the money. 9, Miss Marion first, Steve Master and Steve McKinnon. 4 second, Dual Spark, Steve Arnold and Robert Smurden. And 6 third, Bold Cherie, Jason Patton and Clary Connors. 9, 4 and 6 in the first on the card. Saddler's Silk ran 4th. 5th in the race was It's You. Miss Marion, I must admit, knew nothing of her at all, and there was no ring of confidence in the betting at all. But to do what she's done, that's a very, very big performance. To come off the rails as far as she did, worked virtually all the way and beat an experienced speedster in Dual Spark. That's a win to be admired. Good performance. 9, 4 and 6 favourite had every chance, sitting up with the leading horses. Just couldn't reel off Miss Marion in the last little bit. She's a giant of a filly, but really knows how to race on that performance. 17.20 and 3.40 for the winner, Miss Marion. $1.20 Dual Spark and $3 for Bold Cherie. Quinella paid $19.70. The Exacta $79.80. And the Trifecta in the first, $884.30. Yeah, she was a drifter by a couple of points on course. Was a little bit shorter than the tote price, but no real strong ring about the confidence there. Time's good too, 56.6. If that is to be confirmed, that's a cracking good time. 56.6, a long neck by 2.5. The margins on the first event. Race 2 is the Maribyrnong Trial. We take out 12 and 14. The babies go out at 1:30.
Greg Alf Matthews kicking off the card. That was one of his late mail finds, and it's returned a juicy payout. First 4 takers, New South Wales. Number 2 and 4th, $11,306. That's
racing. Dual Spark and Bold Cherie have gone away okay. Crossing straight to the outside, Sadler Silk and Parente showing speed. It's you further in with Watusi. Dama Denache about 6 out early, followed for the back by Vegas Show, and Miss Marion up the middle. Settling down now, and Dual Spark and Parente with getting its head up in the air, and Bold Cherie keeping the fence. Dama Denache 4 off the outside, a length further back in the race, Miss Marion. Then came Watusi further back in the race, then came It's You, followed by Sadler Silk and Vegas Show. Well bunched to the 450-metre mark, the outside rail, Bold Cherie next to it, Dual Spark. Further in Pareto with the Dama Denache. Miss Marion up the middle from Vegas Show. Dual Spark on the outside took the lead inside the 200. From on the inside, Miss Marion, they broke clear of the others. Further back, Bold Cherie. It's Dual Spark and Miss Marion coming at it. They've got it between them. Miss Marion over on the inside going just as well as Dual Spark. Miss Marion got it set in front of Dual Spark. Miss Marion gets up to win a half-length Dual Spark. 3 away, third in the race, Bold Cherie from Sadler Silk. Then It's You, further back in the race in Pareto. Dama Denache dropped well off in the race, followed by Vegas Show, and second to last is Watusi.
And number 9, Miss Marion, 20.40 a win, 4.10 a place from 4, Dual Spark, $1.20, third, number 6, Bold Cherie, and it'll pay $3.10.
Yeah, Miss Marion going out at about 17.20 and 3.40. Drew gate number 1, so had no favours. The 9 runners coming to the outside, never got closer into about 5 off the outside rail. Dual Spark getting down the outside with the Bold Cherie. And she refused to give in, Miss Marion, going just as well inside the 200 as the favourite Dual Spark. Got the lead and has gone home to win in. Just waiting on that time to come up now, with the wind slightly behind them up the straight. It looks about a half length on the line. 9, 4, 6 and 2. 9, 4, 6, 2 here to race number 1. So punters being KO'd in the first, about a $2.10 chance going out. Dual Spark began okay, was out there with plenty of those with it to keep pace with it, including Bold Cherie. It was 1 off the fence. Dual Spark took the lead from them, and as I said, Miss Marion coming the closest she's got to is about 5 off the outside rail. But she really wanted the fight, and she went up to Dual Spark, and they paired down over the last 150 for a good battle. 9, 4, 6 and 2. 9, 4, 6, 2. We don't know much about this one. First time to the races. Trained by Steve McKinnon from gate number 1, by Success Express from Golden Deed, raced by B. Garvis and C. Gordon of Ovis qualified Philia Bay, prepared by Steve McKinnon here at Flemington. A long neck by 2.5 time, 56.60. That's a very quick run. 56.60, slight wind behind them on a track that's now good.
And the full totes, 9, Miss Marion, Espesta, 20.40 a win, 4.10 a place, 4, Dual Spark, 1.20. Third, 6, Bold Cherie, 3.10. The Quinella, 22.80. Exacta, 103.50. The Trifecta, 948.10. And the first 4, 9, 4, 6 and 2, $11,306. Margins you have, a long neck, 2.5. In the second, Brodgar.
4 seconds and a third. Now in goes Chatelaine and Samar to come up. First of the day, 12 Secret Land, the winner, beat 6 Hasner and 5 Danish Magic, 7 fourth. Small field of 7 to do battle here in the Winona Girl handicap. She was a great mare and filly, Winona Girl.
Racing this time, and last out was the newcomer Sherborne Abbey, and Samar straight to the lead now from Middlebrook. A length away, third is Just Fame. Chatelaine from the wide alley is still very deep out, followed by Soerla Jeu Desire in the middle, and 2.5 to Sherborne Abbey. They race onto the course proper now, and Samar is the leader clearly. 2 lengths on Middlebrook and 3/4 Jeu Desire. A length to Chatelaine. She wants to over race 2, followed closely a length and a half away. Soerla inside of Just Fame, and 2.5 to Sherborne Abbey. This is the order as they work their way towards the 800 marker, and Samar by a length and a half on Middlebrook. Similar margin third is Jeu Desire, followed by Chatelaine, and a couple of lengths to Soerla. Just Fame at her quarters on the outside, and 2 lengths to Sherborne Abbey. The leader is Samar down by the 600 marker, a length on Middlebrook, and Jeu Desire over on the rails. Chatelaine is 1 out, 1 back, being tracked there by Just Fame, who's got Soerla locked up on her inside, and 2 lengths to Sherborne Abbey. Samar leads them into the straight, about 3/4 Middlebrook. Jeu Desire locked away, and Bowman about to make his run on Chatelaine, and Just Fame is going to the outside of it, and then Soerla, and beaten off as Sherborne Abbey. Samar fighting on past the distance. Samar a length clear on Chatelaine. Just Fame's going backwards. It's Samar still in front. They can't catch her. Jeu Desire getting into the clear, but it's Samar a mile too good, and Samar from Jeu Desire. Chatelaine third, Middlebrook fourth, then Soerla, Just Fame and Sherborne Abbey. Too good. Straight to the lead for Paul Hammersley, and they couldn't run her down. Number 6, Samar, a Secret Savings filly, and that'll be a big kick for Secret Savings connections, and Secret Land, the 2-year-old Widden Stakes winner by Secret Savings, who's really making a good fist of it at start. He was a darn good racehorse, Secret Savings, but he's certainly letting down into a decent sort of sire, and His Excellency Nassaluta, who stands Secret Savings at his Emirates Park property in New South Wales, is the owner of Samar out of the mare Nice Choice, who's by Touching Wood, a sire of Stayers. So who knows, this particular filly, Samar, when ultimately she might race back off the speed, might well be more than useful, eh? Anyway, she's won it today, 6, 4, 2 and 8 at the official 6 Samar. Paul Hammersley for Gerald Ryan. Number 4 second, Jeu Desire. Battled on fairly when Claire Graham begged Danny Nikolic, and number 2 third, Chatelaine. Well, she's proving a pretty costly filly, isn't she? She wanted to over race in the early stages. She settled okay from the 900. She had a chance. Bowman went for her. There was nothing there. Chatelaine, she was very disappointing by Flying Spur, and number 8 ran fourth, and that was Middlebrook. A few disappointments. Chatelaine, Just Fame, and certainly Soerla.
Secret Savings winning the first 2 on the card. Thanks for that, Ian.
They've got the outside couple of gates ready. Express Ball. They've got the outside couple of gates. Fashion Victim standing up in 10. Pinchbeck made a good line. Now Brodgar's moved up in the All Cerise. Snip Attack standing well. Here's Tempsgay coming up next to Express Ball, and that'll complete the line. All in now for the Maribyrnong trial. 900 metres they're set to go. Favourite out of 10. Racing. Fashion Victim jumped okay, so did Tempsgay. Pinchbeck seemed to jump all right with Brodgar. They might well split here, yes. Sunday's Glory led them up on the flat side early. Ahead there of the Golden Goal. Sir Kale is wider out, and they're followed by He's a Perla and Mungo Jerry last of the flat division. On the grandstand side, they've gone past the 600 Fashion Victim, the leader. Following it is Express Ball and Pinchbeck closer to the middle in the orange blinkers, and they were well cleared to Tempsgay, and the rest are headed by Snip Attack, who's a long way from them, and the grandstand are a long way in front of the flat horses. Sunday's Glory under the whip in front of He's a Perla finishing well, but at the 200 metre mark, Fashion Victim led Pinchbeck, and then came Express Ball and Snip Attack. It's Fashion Victim about a length in front with 100 to go. Pinchbeck is trying hard, but Fashion Victim's about a half in front, hands and heels, and Fashion Victim beat Pinchbeck by a long neck to Express Ball third, and then Snip Attack. A long break in the field. He's a Perla, easily the first home on the flat side, but they were well back ahead of Sunday's Glory and Brodgar, and then came behind these was Star Lord, and he was followed further back in the field by Mungo Jerry, a victim of coming down the inside also, trailed by Sir Kale, and then the Golden Goal, and Tempsgay has finished towards the tail of the field on the grandstand side. The lone filly of the field has won the race. Number 11, Fashion Victim. Brett Preble and David Hall. Pinchbeck went with her. Made a good race of it, but been beaten about a half length with Express Ball back in third place. It should be 11, 13 and 2. Well educated. It's had a trial up the straight, trained on the track, trial well at Cranbourne, did everything right today. Jumped and ran and was too good. Smart Victory by number 11. Fashion Victim by the almost legendary sire, really, Rory's Jester. Continues to get young winners. And this one out of Ad Tinsel, who's by Christmas Tree. Scored a very good win, number 11, living up to the trial performance. Pinchbeck in second place, was well in the market, number 13. Hadn't trialled, but ran very well fresh up, and third place in going to Express Ball. All of those horses who came down the inside, you could just put the pen through the fact that they ever went round, because they were that far back even by the time they got to the 300-metre mark. It's not very often that you see them so clearly outpointed so far from home, but the whole bunch of them were hopelessly outpointed by a bias there. 11, 13.
First out towards the outside, Stks. Going with it after the start would have been Fashion Victim, showing great speed. And with those is Pinchbeck, and just behind them Express Ball. They beat off Brodgar, and further back in the race Snip Attack and Star Lord. Now over on the flat side, and Sunday's Glory's 2.5 lengths in front from Sir Kale. Back in the middle, the Golden Goal. A length and a half, he's a Perla, and Mungo Jerry. But the outsider a mile out in front early at the 400-metre mark, and Fashion Victim a length in front from Pinchbeck. A length and a half, Express Ball and Snip Attack. Back nearer the centre is Sunday's Glory, a gap Brodgar, and over on the inside he's a Perla. The leader Fashion Victim coming after it on the inside, Pinchbeck, but Fashion Victim in front, drifting off the outside rail, trying to pick it up as Pinchbeck, then Express Ball, Fashion Victim in front, Fashion Victim the filly, a neck on the line, to Pinchbeck, 2 away third Express Ball, then a gap to Snip Attack, and they got right away from he's a Perla, Sunday's Glory, Brodgar from Star Lord, Mungo Jerry a long way back, Sir Kale the Golden Goal, and Stks last of all.
11, the winner, Fashion Victim for Brett Preble, 2.90 and 1.60. 13, second, Pinchbeck at 3.10, and 2/3 Express Ball, $3.
All clear, Fairfield.
Number 11 here, Fashion Victim, drew the right side, hopped out quickly out of the gates, had the experience of a trial apparently, or a jump out here last Tuesday, and scooted down the outside fence pretty impressively here. The one sticking with it was Pinchbeck all the way. They both drew out wide. But the Fashion Victim, the only filly in the race, has gone home to win about a half length over Pinchbeck, and Express Ball number 2 into third placing. That outside brigade had lengths on the inside. About 4 or 5 of them came up the inside, but the others have come down the grandstand rail, and they probably read 4 to 5 lengths.
And 11, Fashion Victim, Brett Preble, 2.90 to win, 1.60 a place. 13, Pinchbeck, 3.10, 2 Express Ball, $3. Quinella, 16.80, the exacta, 27.90. The trifecta is $168 with the first 4 to come. Now in the third race, the hurdle.
4.30, number 2, Shoemaker. 4.80 now for Hydromaster. Pool jumps drastically up to 245,000 almost. Now they've got Let's Jive positioned. Here comes Star Varick, trained by Terry Robinson at Nara. A great racing and harness racing family, the Robinsons. And all is in readiness now. The Spring Country Cup, 1,600 metres. Ready to go. They're off in the Country Cup. Trust no one, jumped quickly. So did Star Varick, out very well with Fuel. Smart Tycoon is not far away. Likewise, Lonely Pyramid, Hydromaster wide out. And then Drinking Silver, Legans, followed by Shoemaker trapped on a limb. Let's Jive in the centre. Norm's Bridle on the rails, and 4 lengths to Tobias Reef. As they travel 400 metres, and the leader is Star Varick. Hydromaster hurried up but still wide. Trust no one back to third, and then Smart Tycoon, 2 lengths to Fuel. A length and a half to Lonely Pyramid, followed by Legans around Drinking Silver. Let's Jive, followed by Shoemaker, still 3 and 4 deep. Norm's Bridle next to last, and 3 lengths Tobias Reef. To the side in the Spring Country Cup, and along towards the halfway at the 800, and Star Varick leads Hydromaster 3/4 of a length. Trust no one in the third position, followed closely by Smart Tycoon, 1 out and 1 back. A length the Legans, followed by Lonely Pyramid. Rob Thompson having no luck on Shoemaker. It's in no man's land, followed by Let's Jive by Fuel, and then Drinking Silver, followed by Norm's Bridal at about 4 lengths to Tobias Reef. This is the pattern coming to the corner, and Star Varick a half length on Hydromaster, a length the Smart Tycoon, Trust No One locked away, and then a gap on the extreme outside to Shoemaker from Lonely Pyramid and Leg Irons. Over the rise into the 250, Star Varick in front. Shoemaker will not give in. Hydromaster sticking on, but Rob Thompson's taken Shoemaker to the front, and the Taree train Shoemaker kicked away. Leg Irons late from Hydromaster battling on Star Varick, but this is a win. Shoemaker wide all the way, but blitzed them in the Spring Country Cup from Leg Irons, Hydromaster and Star Varick, and then Smart Tycoon, followed home by Trust No One at a gap. Let's Jibe, Drinking Silver, Fuel, Norm's Bridal, and Absolute Bar 1. Lonely Pyramid, Tobias Reef, last from Goa to Woa. By gee, I tell you what, it's turned out he's had something on them, hasn't he? He covered more ground than the early Explorers, and he's still beaten them on his ear. Number 2, Shoemaker, Robbie Thompson first. Trained by Ross Stitt at Taree for M.A. Stitt and D. Hopkins by Celestial Bounty from Slingbacks. Bay Gelding, a 5-year-old. Start 44, win 12. 7 seconds, 10 thirds. The Connections have had a lot of fun with him. And I wonder what they thought at the halfway when he was 4 and 5 wide. But as it turned out, he had plenty on them. 2, 14, 1 and 9. Shoemaker, R. Thompson first, number 14 is second. Leg Irons, trained at Taree by Alicia Willick, so Taree have got the Quinella. By Yellow Prince, Corey Brown aboard, and number 1 third Hydromaster with Kenny Callaghan at Goulburn, ridden by Glenn Boss, and number 9 the official 4th Star Varick. The official totes, number 2 at 420 and 190, number 14 370, number 1 180, Quinella 2730, Exacta 5120, Trifecta 217.10. The first 4, 214, 1 and 9, $3,148.20. And the race was the first leg of the New South Wales Extra Double, and with Bosworth and Sky Kiss out of the 4th, special div paid $4.20. Time for the race was 1:37.28. 1:37.28. Record held by Windsor's Pal, 1:35.10, and we're waiting on the margins and sectional details to come up.
Thanking you, Ian. Shoemaker confidently backed collecting the cash with Robert Thompson in the saddle. Robert was pretty confident. He's had a good association with the horse. He was a winner a little while back on the Galloper. Correct weight is there at Morphettville on 6, 4, 2 and 1.
For a Tower Special, who's a maiden over the jumps. Zabuan will appreciate the dry surface. He's about to come in now. So Zabuan lines in, and the favourite, Zabiel's Pride, is the lone one to move up on the outside. And Australia's rider just temporarily out of the saddle. Zabiel's Pride at 340 on the tote, holding favouritism. All others are well in the market, with the exception of Waratah Special, the rank outsider. Zabiel's 3,250 metres. Off they go. Zabiel's Pride jumped reasonably near the outside, with Nostrovia and Zabuan away fast, and Real Tonic jumped nicely as they measure the first of 13. My Willie Montague has drifted right back, and his last, he's jumped that one a little high. Nostrovia comes towards the second hurdle in front now from Risky Venture, who ran out at it and hampered Zabuan slightly. Zabiel's Pride is in behind them 4th, and then Waratah Special, and they're followed by Real Tonic with My Willie Montague about 3 or 4 lengths away last of all. So they join the course proper, and Nostrovia is going to go out with the big lead. Here's the third hurdle, and he went over that one with a lovely jump, about 5 clear. In second placing, Risky Venture, Zabuan the outside. Zabiel's Pride is over on the inside 4th. Leader got into that one a touch. Then Waratah Special, Real Tonic, and My Willie Montague clipped it. He's last of all. And they're running quickly down towards the 5th jump in the race, and Nostrovia's got a lead of about 8 lengths. He sailed over that one in front of Risky Venture. Zabiel's Pride on the fence in 3rd place. Zabuan 3/4 of a length away